Hi there, welcome to the Pruskop podcast. My name is Megan Pruskop, and I'm a residential and multifamily realtor here in Edmonton, Alberta. Today, we are going to be speaking about the process of purchasing a house. Whether you're purchasing a rental property or a primary residence, the steps are exactly the same. On the high level, those steps are pre-approval, shopping, pending, firm, possession. If you don't live in the real estate world on a day-to-day basis, you probably don't know exactly what that means. So we'll break it down a bit further. Your pre-approval is crucial if you are expecting to get a loan to assist you in purchasing this property. You would approach your bank or a mortgage broker. They would look at your finances and say, based on this information, you are conditionally approved to purchase up to this amount. That's your purchase power. Let's say it's $450,000. Great, now you have your budget. The only reason you would skip this step is if you aren't getting a loan for the property, which means you're paying for it entirely in cash. The next step is approaching me, your realtor. We're going to have a discussion on what you're looking for in this property. Are you looking for a certain lot size, number of beds, baths, en-suites, two-story? Do you want a bungalow? What size garage? What square footage do you want? Do you want a finished basement, a fully legally suited basement? Do you want an unfinished basement? Do you want something dated that you could put your own spin on? Or do you finally want something turnkey and easy so you don't have to put any more effort into it? All of those decisions are up to you. And based on what you tell me, I'm going to fill in that criteria and I'm going to start sending you options to look through online. Once you have cherry picked a few that are your favorite, we're going to go to showings. This is the shopping part, which is super fun. We get to go through these properties and judge and critique and point out the beautiful things and the things that you're not really happy with. And then we're going to find the one. It may be the first house we look at, might be the third, it might be the 10th. You never know until it is the one. You're going to know because you're going to get a gut feeling, and I'm going to see that look on your face. So I'm going to know. Once we find that property, it's super important to act fast. In Edmonton, we still have a very competitive seller's market. So there's going to be other people that recognize it's a great house and we might be competing against them. So we have to act fast to make sure that we don't miss out. Even though we're putting an offer in, it's not final yet, even though it's starting to take form. You and I are going to discuss offer details. This includes the purchase price, possession date, conditions, terms, deposit, all of that stuff. I'm going to walk you through and make sure you understand what this process looks like yet again. I'm going to fill in those values on the contract, send it to you for signing, and then I'm going to forward that over to the selling agent. They're either going to try to renegotiate with me and you if we came in low, or they're going to accept the first price that we offered. Once we come to an agreement, we will now be pending. The reason we're pending is we most likely put conditions on the offer, which means the deal isn't done yet until you confirm through a document that you are satisfied with the inspection and that you are satisfied with what your lender or broker has to say about guaranteeing you a loan. Once we go pending, I'm going to tag in that mortgage broker and I'm going to tag in that inspector. If you have your own people, we can use them, or if you don't have those people, you can use my recommended professionals. The mortgage broker is going to be working in the background. It usually takes between 5 to 10 business days for them to complete their work and underwrite the deal and guarantee you getting that loan. In the meantime, we are going to knock out the inspection. So I'm going to schedule the inspection. You can show up for all of it, for the last half of it, or you don't need to show up for any of it if you don't want to. You're going to receive a report from that inspector either that night or the next morning. And it's going to be between 100 and even 300 pages. It's going to be a big report and it might spook you a little bit, which is totally normal. It's a big decision. This inspection is going to point out any flaw about the house or just any general information about the house. There'll literally be a picture and be like, this is your water meter. This is for your information. Nothing bad, just letting you know. If there's nothing surprising that comes up in the inspection, that's a major item, and you feel confident in moving forward, then we would waive the inspection condition. We would still have the financing condition on there. So it's not officially firm yet. If something pops up on the inspection that you're like, yeah, like I could look past it, but that's going to cost a lot of money to fix, then we can go back to the selling agent and renegotiate. We can either get the full amount, or we can have a compromise, or the seller can agree to fix those items for you and we'll stick to the original purchase amount. Once we come to an agreement with that, then once again, we would be waiving the conditions because now we are satisfied with that discussion. The other thing that can happen is something surprising pops up on the inspection report that you are not comfortable with at all. It's not worth it to you. Then we just send a non-waiver, meaning you're backing out of the deal. It has now collapsed. You are not going through with it, and you get 100% of your deposit back. Assuming that we are good with the inspection results, all we're doing is waiting on your lender or mortgage broker to confirm that you have a loan waiting for you and you're for sure going to get the money you need to purchase this house. Once they give us that confirmation, we are going to waive the financing condition. That means that we have now gone firm. The property counts as being sold and you have bought it. It's not official yet because the amount of funds has not been fully paid to the seller, but yeah, you're seriously agreed to buy this house. It's happening now. During this period, what you're going to be doing is lining up your utilities and your insurance. You're also going to first go to the mortgage broker. You're going to be signing documents with them for the loan. And then you're going to go to the lawyer afterwards and sign a bunch of documents with them. Like your wrist is going to get sore. It's a lot of signatures. On possession day, the lawyer is going to put together all of the funds that are needed to pay for the house, and then they're going to transfer that over to the selling lawyer. Once the selling lawyer confirms that they received all of the money that they are due for the house, then they release the keys, confirming, yep, the house is yours, have at it, we've been paid, it's yours. Then I get to meet up with you and give you the keys. You can do whatever you want to this house now. It's yours. Invite whoever you want over, throw a party, paint the walls, repair the floors, or just sleep on the living room floor in the joy of, oh my God, I bought a house. All up to you. The timeline that we're looking at for this is usually around 30 days between the offer getting accepted and having possession. It's usually 5 to 10 business days for that conditional or pending period, and then usually 10 business days on the firm period while the mortgage broker and the lawyer are finishing up documents on their end of things. It can take a shorter amount of time, it can take a longer amount of time depending on what goes on with the deal, but usually it's around 30 days. Costs for you to expect. The inspection is usually around $500 for a normal house. I do recommend people also get a sewer scope, which my guy charges $200. The legal fees will depend on the purchase price of the home. That usually ranges between $1,500 to $6,500, depending on the structure of the loan. That pretty much sums it up. There can be a lot more to it, but that gives you a good expectation on what that process exactly looks like. If this was helpful to you, then please like and subscribe. It goes a super long way. If you have questions about this process, then drop a comment down below. Thank you very much for sharing your time with me. I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye for now.